everyone, welcome back to 2021 Time Camp for week 2. Now, this habitat that we're learning about this week is a meadow. Now, you may have already read our first story, which was titled Over in the Meadow. And in that book, you saw what a meadow was. There's usually lots of different types of plants and hays and flowers in a meadow. A meadow could be like a field that we have around here a lot of. And sometimes meadows have some water areas. We saw the different types of animals that could live in a meadow, like bees are flying around in the flowers that are in meadows. There's sometimes reptiles in the grasses of meadows. We saw different types of beavers and things in the meadows if there's water. But the important thing to learn is that there is another type of habitat, which is the meadow. And a meadow is a field of different types of plants and has more animals that live in it. And in week 1, we learned about our other habitat, which was trees and forests. So we learned about trees and forests, and now we're learning about our second habitat, which is a meadow and a field, and all the animals and plants that live in there. So for our first craft, we are going to make an animal track shirt, like in your packet. So you're going to need your bag, which says week 2, and then you're also going to get out your big bag, and there should be a stencil in here. It has a piece of tape on it that says a week 2 as well. So everything should be labeled with what week it belongs to. So for this craft, we're going to put and draw some different animals that we saw in our storybook, in our Over in the Meadow book. So we're going to make a t-shirt that you guys can wear and make yourselves that has the different types of animals and plants that we find in a meadow. So in your little Ziploc bag, you should have a t-shirt. I tried to get the best size for all of you that you submitted, so I apologize if it's not the perfect size, but it should fit most of you. And then we have our stencil. Now all of your stencils are different. I handed them out randomly, but you're going to punch out the middle of it. So I have a dragonfly on mine, and I'm just going to take out the middle part. That way I can trace my shape onto my shirt. Now it seems to be a little difficult, but you should be able to get it out eventually. There we go. Okay. Perfect. And you can use this too if you would like, but I'm going to use this part. So let me put my camera down, that way you can all see what's going on. So I have my t-shirt laid out, and you may want to put a piece of cardboard or something underneath this, that way it doesn't stain. I'm going to put my clipboard that I have in the middle of my shirt. So I'm going to open up my shirt and put my clipboard in the middle of it. That way I don't get any marker on the back of the shirt or on my table. You can use some newspaper or something as well, but I just had some clipboard here. So I put my shirt on my clipboard, and then you're going to take your stencil and you're going to place it wherever you would like on your shirt. So I'm just going to put mine in the middle here. And then in your bag, I gave you guys all different types of fabric markers that you can use to color in your shape. So we're just going to make a fun shirt for you guys to wear, and it's going to remind you of all the different plants and animals that you can find in a meadow. So you can do this however you would like. I'm just going to take my marker and I'm going to hold my stencil down and I'm just going to put an outline on the outside, and you can just fill it in. Use as many colors as you would like. You should all have a bunch of different colors. You may not all have the same exact colors, but just use your markers and draw it on your shirt, whatever you would like. And once you have it all colored in, you're just going to let your shirt dry. You can wash it in the sink or in the washer if you would like to get out any leftover ink. But that's all you have to do. You just use your markers and fill in your stencil with whatever colors and however you would like. And I have a dragonfly here, and as you saw in our storybook, sometimes dragonflies will live in meadows. They can live in other habitats too, just like we saw some birds in our meadow as well. Now we know that birds live in our forest habitat, but they can live in a meadow as well. So sometimes different animals can live in different habitats as well. And there's my shirt, and you can color it in with as many colors as you would like. You want to show me your shirts that you make? Do that as well. Maybe wash it out with some water, and then you can wear it as you do your other camp activities. So that's it for our camp craft. Definitely make yours more colorful or whatever that you would like, but and then you can take out your clipboard or your paper or whatever. Like I said, do a quick rinse in the sink. And then you have a nice shirt to wear for the rest of camp and remind you of our meadow habitat. So that's it for our craft, and I'll see you in our next video as we go over this week's game.